Hey, it's TDA, and today I'm showing you Corsair Cove. I'm actually gonna make an entire series about this game because it is super awesome. I'm having a blast playing it. This is a city builder with a pirate theme. There's questing mechanics in here, talent mechanics. It's actually really good. You'll just have to watch this entire series, I guess, in order to find out all the details. But yeah, I can highly recommend this game. I've gotten early access to play it, and I'd like to thank the developers for that. But this game is going to come out on Friday as this goes live, so you can check it out for yourself then as well. I'm going to dive into the story mode because it has a really interesting, fun story to follow. And you guys, just listen to the music. It's awesome. Anyway, let's dive in and let's check out the beginning of the story.
The tides have changed. The Age of Pirates is nearing its grisly end. Crown rules supreme. Pirate hunters roam the seven seas. Hunters like Amara, that Spanish hound.
Amara.
Never thought I'd end up in her brig. She's a clever wench. I'll hand it to her. She made only one mistake. She threw me in with a solid crew of pirates. This might be worth a shot. Good thing I was able to hide this little piece.
Alarm! The prisoners are free!
Oh no.
Stop them! No pirate leaves this ship alive!
Swim for your lives, you sodden wretches! Look at us. Once mighty pirates all. Lost, half drowned, and nothing but the skin on our backs. But we're still breathing. And that, my friends, is more than enough.
And look at the little piggy.
Because all it takes is the right crew in the right place to turn the tides of fate back in our favor.
Would you like to play the tutorial? No, I am the tutorial. Okay.
Feast your eyes on this blighted rock, me mateys. It may be our home for the foreseeable future. Well then, let's start with the basics. We'll need shelter first of all. Camp and a few tents should do for now. And if there's not enough room on the ground, well, why not build on the walls as well?
Okay, so a lot of voice acting in this game, obviously. Look at the amount of detail. You can see all the pirates. This is our main pirate base, and we're gonna have to connect everything up so goods can actually be transported. And we are going to do that like this.
Stranded here. Perhaps we'll find gold in these scattered wrecks.
I combed through them with the crew already. Anything we could find, we've gathered at our beach.
I'm sorry for the blips across the screen. That was my recording software messing up for a moment. Anyway, we are going to build a pirate camp, and that will allow us to build in this entire region over here. Now, we are on this little island. We're going to have to fill this up with a lot of production buildings and stuff as well. And there's a lot of stuff to discover, but we're going to have to actually, you know, build up base in order to do that. We can speed up time a little bit. It has all the usual things that you will find in a city builder game and a lot of quality of life things as well.
At least we sent her to the depths for good.
It takes more than that to kill a captain. We haven't seen the last of her. Mark my words.
Look at all the details. Okay, so our people need a place to stay, otherwise they will not be happy about it. So currently the satisfaction is going down, and if this reaches 0, we'll have a problem. But for the moment, we should be okay. We can build some housing. We can actually see, if you zoom out a little bit, you can see now I have the housing building selected. We are at -5. And as I start putting down these things, you can see that number going up. So you don't have to guess how much stuff you need to build. You can actually see that at a glance. So 3 of these houses should do the trick. And we can all have nice little beach houses for them so they can look out across the water. Okay, so that's gonna fix that problem. We also need some materials.
Salvage won't last forever. We need to make more planks.
We have enough to build a ship. I say we leave as soon as that is done.
We'd be fools to let this chance slip us by. You'll see, Honorata. This is just the start.
Okay, let me pause for a second. So I just built a woodcutter in the fertile zone over here. So you can't just build them anywhere. I can just build it on the beach, for example, because there's not actually enough wood there. But I can build it, for example, up here or maybe even here if I want to make some wood. Now, the resources, as far as I know, are infinite. So that is not going to be a problem. But you do need to take a look at where they actually are. I need to turn my woodcutter plank logs into planks, and I can actually just build on the walls as well. So this is where this game starts to get really interesting, because you are not limited to one directional building. You can just build kind of all over the place. That also means that I can, for example, remove this and then build a new connection that is going to connect up like that. That's kind of cool. And we could maybe connect this up as well. They're kind of like making a nice little pirate town. Now, we also need some food. I don't think we can actually already build that, because we first need the sawmill up and running. We are kind of like going through the tutorial anyway. So the woodcutter is supplying the sawmill, and every building does need a couple of people to work in it. So for example, you can see over here, there's 2 green hands working in here. So 2 of my population are now dedicated to producing logs. And you can see this is producing 8 per minute. So this is very easy to tell how much it's producing and how much resource you need in order to have everything else work. Okay, you can see the resource drain versus production as well as soon as this is done. So there we go. Now it's done. We will be able to see, okay, how much is going to go in and out. It's automatically connected, so you can see the connection route, so you can know where are my resources going towards. And the sawmill has a fetcher dedicated to us as well. So this is a dedicated pirate that is going to go run up and down to get the resources for the actual production of planks. Now, the planks we do want to store up, so we're going to build a warehouse. I think we will build the warehouse relatively central. I could build it over here, but then my little bridge over here is kind of in the way. So maybe we'll just build it up here. Now the nice thing is, and this is another quality of life thing, a lot of connections are automatically made, so you don't have to manually connect everything up. You can still do that, don't get me wrong. If you think you can do better than whatever the game does by default, you can definitely optimize that, and you might want to do that as you are progressing through. For example, I don't think this connection in particular makes any sense anymore, because we already have the connection running through there. So that just saves a little space on the wall over here. We can also tell our production rates up here, so that's really convenient.
Let's empty our shipwreck and demolish it for more space.
Yeah, so now we have a warehouse. So what we can say is, okay, I want to store planks from over here, but I also, and this is one of those routes where I'm like, okay, this is not very efficient, so we might want to do something about that. We could do that like this, and then the route is a lot more efficient. But I also want to take the planks from our little stockpile over here from the shipwreck, so we can remove that and clear up some space to build in. We are getting really dangerously low on satisfaction over here, but this is kind of the tutorial showing me how that works, because we are currently not supplying our people with enough food, and they're not happy about that. Go figure. Okay, now the shipwreck over here is empty, so I can delete that and kind of free up this space. Okay.
The crew's uneasy. Something requires our attention.
Okay, so we have an issue. We have a community event, and there will be a lot of events, kind of like Frostpunk, very similar to that. So we have a couple of Amara's soldiers hiding amongst our crew. So this was the captain that initially locked us up. We were about to slice their bellies open when they loudly renounced the crown and asked us to accept them as pirates. So we can let them live, and we get a -30 to cohesion. And cohesion is what is keeping our pirates together. If this runs out, we lose the game. So that is something to take into consideration. There are plenty of ways to gain and lose. cohesion, so this is going to go up and down all the time. However, if we accept the pirates, we will lose 30, or we can just kill them anyway, and then we only lose 20. So I think we're going to go for this one, because that's a whole large difference in cohesion in the long run.
Times call for hard choices.
Mm-hmm.
Good crew sticks together through thick and thin. Lose that cohesion, and everything will fall apart.
And we don't want that. Okay, so now we are going to need to supply some basic food as well. So
Well, I for one am starved.
we're going to build a campfire.
Is there nothing to eat on this uncivilized rock?
Where's that bloody pig? I'm in the mood for stew.
Okay, the campfire is just going to produce food. You don't need to have any resources coming in, of course, later on, in order to get better food. That is going to be a thing, but for now, just a campfire will do the trick. Now, the campfire by itself is not going to be good enough. We will also need some place for our people to eat. That's why the galley now unlocked. And we can build that over here. Now, I think a nice little galley on the beachfront is going to be awesome. Let's see. Is this already connected? I actually don't know. Let's make a little connection just to make sure we have an easy way to get in and out of here as well. Okay, so the galley is now going to get built. We do need to keep an eye on the amount of drifters we have available, because every building we assign pirates to means we don't have people anymore to kind of build and carry stuff to our new building locations. We don't need a whole bunch of those, but we will need people for a lot of different things. Okay, pirates can take a lot, but like food or proper shelter will push the toughest sailor to the brink of outrage. How do we address their anger? Now we're gonna tend to that. Now, because we just built the food already, this is kind of automatically going to resolve, but this will happen over and over as we play the game. So satisfaction was really low, but now we are supplying enough housing and we're supplying food because this is connected to the galley, and that means people have now a place to eat. The satisfaction is going to go up, and if we just manage to keep that going up for long enough, then of course we will hit that 2-minute mark really easily. I'm going to speed up the time a little bit, and now we have 2 resources that we need to deal with. Now, of course, still very straightforward and simple, but this is the game kind of teaching us how to play still. Alright, just a few seconds more. And guys, just notice how awesome these details are. I mean, this is so fun just to look at. They're kind of rowdy at the moment, but yeah, there's pirates all over the place. I actually wonder, because we have 28 pirates at the moment, I think we actually see more pirates than we have, but anyway, that's not a big problem. Okay, they're happy again. Okay, and now they want to drink. I mean, they're pirates after all.
For a pirate nest, we're still missing a vital establishment, don't you think?
Ah, yes. A treasury. Or perhaps a high-class brothel.
She means a tavern, you posh idiot.
I kind of like the treasury idea as well. So we're going to build a moonshine still. This is just going to produce some drinks. Again, really straightforward, but it's a second resource we do need to balance out. I guess a third resource if you count the housing as well. And similar to the galley, we will need a place for these guys to drink. So that's what's now being unlocked. And the tavern, we can kind of build that on the edge of the wall over here. It's kind of a cool place for a tavern, right? It's a sad thing about this rock. It's kind of in the way of the view, but actually no, they're going to be dining or drinking on here so they can see over it. And everything is automatically connected in terms of the production lines. We can redistribute that if we need to, but for the moment we should be fine. This is all very efficient. Okay, so now we have a tavern as well. It is connected up as well. Actually, I need to assign a fetcher at the tavern to grab booze. This is just to show me how this works. So if I want to dedicate a certain production line, I can click on this. Then I can very easily see where that's being produced. And I can click on this, and now we have the production line up and running.
Things are coming together. All that's left is a pier, so we can build a ship.
Okay, so...
Napoleon, we need a tavern keep in here.
Are you done?
Coming.
Okay, so the piers can only be built in certain locations. So right now, because we have only one of those locations in our starting zone. We will need to build it here, but as you can see, we will be building a lot more of these things, and we are going to be building our own fleet of pirate ships at some point, but for the moment, we just need to get going. Okay, so we need to make sure this is connected, because right now we can't actually reach that with building resources. And look at this, we're going to make a real pirate town out of this. We are going to building a nice little drawbridge. That's another drawbridge, this is just a row bridge, I guess. And they are going to be transporting our building materials all across the way. And that means our pirate pier is going to get built now. Okay, there we go.
I must admit, this is starting to look like a little haven.
I agree. Look at that.
Did you miss me, pirate scum?
Uh-oh.
Amara! How the hell did she make it here?
Her ship is barely holding together.
But she still has her cannons.
If we don't have a gun tower or better ship ready in time, well, we'd better duck for cover. Everyone, to the tavern!
Nice little detail. They actually duck for cover. So you can see that most of the pirates are now out of the way. And yeah, we are under attack. So currently we have this Amara attacking us through our entry over here.
You think you can build your nest on this rock? Think again.
That blasted wench. Kill her, now!
No.
We have him! Back to the ship!
Not sure why she wanted him in particular, but anyway, the attacking ship has bombarded our island, so we lose a couple of pirates, we lose some cohesion. I mean, they're obviously not appreciative of that. And we also took some damage, so some of our buildings are now destroyed. We can just rebuild them, we can do that one by one, or just repair all buildings, which is what we're going to do. And since our galley was destroyed, people are unhappy about that because they have no place to eat. So, should only take a few seconds to fix this. But of course, this is something we will need to deal with. So, we need to start defending our town. Okay. We are gonna clear all of this up. And there we go. We are back in business. Now we should see our satisfaction going up again. And that allows us to continue working towards the next steps of our mission. Now, we want to start constructing a ship. So we can actually go outside of our island and start exploring, maybe even attacking some of the other ships around. All of that is part of the game.
Rotten wench took our tavern keep. After her!
How? We still don't have a ship.
Yep.
Then let's build one. It's about bloody time.
Yep, I fully agree. So, we have a single ship available to us right now, which is the Landlubber, which is a very interesting name for a ship, because it kind of sucks. As you can see, the statistics on this ship are extremely low. Obviously, this is the first ship. So we have no choice but to start building that particular ship. There's plenty of more to unlock after this, though. So, yeah, don't worry. You're going to have to really think about what types of ship you build, and you'll have plenty of choice down the line. But for the moment, we'll have to make do with this. Okay, quest completed. We now have a ship.
Isn't she a beauty?
Nope.
Beauty. It's a floating turd.
And who shall be the proud captain of this turd?
One of us has to, I'm afraid.
Yep. Okay, so we are gonna go into this thing, and we are gonna go and assign a pirate. We have 4 of them available, and you met all of them. So we have Teach, who is all about the gun damage. Hatred is power. We have Kanja, who is all about supplies and speed. He just wants to get rich. We have Scarlet, who gives some boarding damage. So this Scarlet is going to be awesome if we're going to be attacking other ships. And then Honorata is someone who's all about exploring. So depending on what role your ships are going to play in your fleet, you can assign a specific captain to that. Now, given that the fact that our ship is so bad, and we are going to be attacking Amara, maybe we go with Teach? Kanja? I kind of like Kanja as well, because he has an additional speed. let's go with that. Now you can see there's a captain's action as well. So every captain, other than providing certain buffs, also has its own card. There's a little bit of a card game when you do events, or especially if you do battles. But we'll get to that in a second. Now, Kanja is gonna steer our ship for the moment, I think, and we need to give him some crew as well. Hire at least 10 crew. We barely have enough drifters to do that, so yeah, you're gonna have to make do with those 10 people for the moment. And we can send you out to go explore, because we actually don't know where to go. The only place we can explore for the moment is over here, Skull Rock. So we're gonna send our ship over there. As you can see, there's a nice little way to tell which captain is on which ship. It's also really nice that you can see how long it's gonna take him to get here. So all in all, this is all very nice quality of life things. I'm kind of wondering why we are low on food. I think that's probably just a temporary problem, right? I think that's just because we just stocked up our ship. Okay, so as soon as he gets close enough, we can enter the event that's going to trigger, because we are exploring over here. And in this case, there is going to be a nice little opening up on of the map. So as you can see now, let me pause for a moment. There are a lot of different ways to go. There's a lot of events that we can do to trigger certain things that can happen. The main quest we have for the moment is to complete Barbos Bay. And are we just gonna go and straight up do that? I guess we are. We might as well. So we can go over here and embark to Barbos Bay and hopefully get a Rumbulian, our tavern keep, out of there. There are other quests as well, and this ties into the progression system. I don't think I can actually show you that yet. No. Even though you can see them on the map, we can't actually do that yet.
Is this the slowest ship ever built? We might just swim to Barbos Bay instead.
Yep. I really like the graphics of this game, guys. Look at all of this. Doesn't this just look awesome? I think if you play the tutorial, there's another event in there as well, so it's kind of confused why that didn't trigger, but we'll just go straight through the main event and we'll show you how things work over there.
Let's hear the plan.
Let's hear the plan.
So
Well,
you followed us. No matter. Are you here for your tavern keep? Then you will have to take our fire.
yep. Okay, so in this part of the game, you will get certain events that require you to meet certain objectives. So right now, we first need to defend for 3 turns, and then after that, we will be able to start shooting stuff. So basically, we're gonna destroy the enemy. For now, however, we just need to defend. If we manage to get some treasure along the way, we will get some rewards out of that. We have health on our ship. If that runs out, of course, we die. If we run out of crew, we'll have the same problem as well. The ship is lost once you reach 0 health or 0 crew, basically. We have supplies which are used in order to take any actions, and the enemy is going to take actions as well. So right now, we know that Amara is going to try to damage our health. Now, what we can do, and that's because we have the defense objective here anyway, is play a card that is going to prevent a certain amount of damage as well. Now, how much you are actually going to do in terms of damage or defending depends on your statistics and a die roll. So right now we're going to roll 1 single die, and we also have 2 armor, and that's the 2 things that this triggers from. So it's influenced by armor and the dice result altogether. So depending on your statistics of your ship, you will be better at attacking, defending, etc. Amara has her own health and her own crew. She has even worse statistics than I do, so we should be able to win this battle very easily. And yeah, you really need to pay attention to what the enemy is doing and then react accordingly. We also have our special ability from our captain, so the all or nothing thing basically means that she can do whatever she wants during her turn, but I will get 3 additional dice during my next turn. But yeah, anyway, we are just gonna defend some health because that will mean she cannot do me any damage. But that will cost me a supply. She is going to make me lose a supply. Now, I can take that opportunity to just gain some treasure, because she's not going to harm me anyway. I mean, I'm going to lose some supply, but I can't do anything about that. So give me some treasure, please. Look at that. We gain coin and we gain supplies once we win this battle. Okay, so She's gonna give me 2 dice in the next turn? Oh, she's gonna gain 2 dice herself. But she's also going to give me a die. Well, in that case, since we just are defending anyway, let's gain some more treasure.
You see, Amara? Pirates don't give up so easily. Now let me go. They'll shoot this port to bloody pieces.
So this is what I like Kanja about, because he's just taking full advantage of her not doing anything to me, and looting some treasure along the way. Now she's gonna do a massive amount of damage, but I also need to deal damage to her. I could go full defense and gain an extra die, but I think we're just gonna do heavy fire, so we're gonna prevent some damage, take some damage probably as well, and then deal some damage ourselves. There we go. We actually only took 1 damage, so that was really good. She's gonna try and do gain some dice as well. I can take that opportunity to either deal some damage myself or gain a whole bunch of dice. Let's just go for this one. So now we're gonna go up and we're gonna get 5 dice because she gave us 1 and we also gained 3 through our own ability. She's gonna deal a massive amount of damage, but she's also going to take a lot of damage. We can defend 4 to 12, or we can do the same thing and just deal a whole bunch of damage as well. And this should kill her, I think. But we are gonna take quite a heavy amount of damage as well, potentially. Ooh, we rolled really well there. Okay, so we received 5 damage. We lost some supplies, but we didn't lose any crew. I think that's the most important thing. We got a whole bunch of cohesion out of that, so this is one of the ways you can make sure you don't lose the game, by just winning events and doing good in those. And we got some coin and we got some supplies, and we got a whole bunch of stone blocks and black powder, and both of those things are going to be vital.
Enjoy your little victory while you can. This is far from over. Mark my words.
We are kind of done here.
Right to put my trust in you lot. Thanks for pulling me out.
So all the stuff we just gained is now in the cargo of our ship. So in order to use that, we are gonna need to send the ship back. And we broke our tavern keep out of prison. Yay! Okay, so
Let's make for home. Amara's flagship will be fixed up any moment now. No doubt she'll come for us then.
Music to my ears. I don't have all
so we can send them back here or at the pier.
Kidnap you anyway.
Perhaps she thinks this tavern keep is more dangerous than all you lot combined.
You? All you do is serve drinks and swap the counter.
I got us all here, didn't I?
So I think we're a little bit low on food. So what I'm actually gonna do is build another one of these food supplies. Can I fit that in over here? Nope, it doesn't fit on the island. Aww. Okay, so we got all the cargo. That's really nice. And, oh, we found some additional people. So late arrivals, we hear shouting from offshore. Familiar faces from our ship are clinging to flotsam and driftwood. More survivors of our harrowing escape coming to join the crew. So we just got a whole bunch of new people.
Has all we need to build defenses. Let's get to it, and soon.
A little bit of additional food supply over here, so we are not running too low on those. And we just unlocked a whole bunch of new buildings. Now this is a little bit more phased if you play the tutorial, but don't worry, I will walk you through it. So let's make sure that we actually get the food in here. So let's connect that up. So now we should be at a positive food production again. We want to start building some defense as well. Now the gun tower needs ammunition, so we'll get to that in a second. Actually, let's just build it already. We might as well. However, in order to do that, we are going to need some stone. So we can build a quarry. Now that it needs to be on a stone resource. We only have that one over here. So I'm going to build that. And we are going to need to turn that stone into, well, the raw stone into blocks over here. Not sure what these are all called. But that doesn't really matter, because what we can do is build a connector like this. And connect this right up to our... We can actually connect it up to the warehouse over here. That might be really cool, because then we can also say Once this is built, we can actually store the resources in here. Now look at that. We have all these multi-layered things going on over here. I really like the look of that. Alternatively, actually, what we could do is demolish this and build the connecting thing like this. This kind of might block out some less things. Make it a little easier to build stuff on the wall over here as well. Does mean that the route to my warehouse is a little bit more obstructed.
Everything's
There we
ready. We can build our first gun tower.
Okay, so we have the quarry up and running now. They are turning that into stone blocks. It's actually just called stone blocks, okay? And that means we can start building a tower. Now, why do we need a tower? We have this open area over here that we can be attacked from, as you saw before. We need to build a tower that has line of sight on that particular area. Now, what I think we could do, I'm hoping that if I build my tower up here, if we ever get attacked from this side, there might be, once we're starting to expand, that might be a thing. Hopefully it's then also able to defend that side as well. I don't know if it works like that, but we're trying to be a little bit optimized, right? So we need to connect this to the rest of my base, like that. The stone from the ship is now being exported up here. And we will start building this tower. Now, the tower is going to produce its own ammunition. In the meanwhile, what we could do is maybe do another event with our ship.
Have all day.
Let's repair the ship. That's probably a good idea. So let's repair the ship. And in the meanwhile, we can build our tower. As you can see, there's a pretty long supply line towards this tower.
This measly tower is enough to hold off Amara.
Probably not.
Let's give it a chance, shall we?
So it's currently inactive. And why is it inactive? Because it doesn't have ammunition yet. So it is going to take the black powder from the pier. As you can see, it's already connected to that. And then it's going to make some ammunition. It's going to be really slow in terms of production. But that's okay. We also get the supply to our ship. We still barely have enough people to do all the things we want. So what I kind of want to do is see, do we have an event over here? We have drifting castaways, yes. This sounds like this will give us some more people. So let's send our ship to here. So hopefully we can get some more people on board. And we can do all of those things at the same time. We're also losing satisfaction right now. That's because we have not enough housing. So let's build some more houses. We can maybe fit some more in over here. Nope. Maybe over here in the corner, kind of filling out the these things. That is exactly enough. We are bringing in more people, so I don't know. It makes sense to maybe build a few houses more than we need. As you can see, we now get the warning we don't have enough drifters available to do all of this building at the moment. That is going to clear itself up once these are constructed. We will free up those people again to work on these buildings. But yeah, we are definitely low on people. So we're going to have to deal with that. The satisfaction issue will be dealt with once we have this housing up and running. So now we are building that again. And we just reached a 7 Seas event. So let's do that. During our journey, we come across a small raft bouncing around on the ocean's wind. A handful of tired men and women are clinging on it. Okay. We can either get all of them and lose 15 cohesion, so that's a lot, or we can say, well, we only want to have the best people, and we'll leave the rest at the next port. We're not leaving them in the open sea, at least. That doesn't cost us any cohesion, but we will get 20 people less. Or we can just say, we will... save you, give you some coin, and get cohesion. Plus in the cohesion, actually. I'm gonna go all in. Let's get 30 people. That's a lot of people, a lot of cohesion lost, but that will give us a lot of things to work with. Now, our ship can go back to port, because we don't actually get these people until he gets back. So, you know, we need to take that into consideration as well. We are producing some ammunition. As you can see, it's producing 0.2 per minute. So yeah, that is really slow. And we also need the black ammo for that, the black powder, I mean. which we do have some of, but we don't have any way to produce it just yet. We'll fix that in a second.
I'm sick of the sea.
Okay, so we got our drifters. Kanya has returned, and that means we now have plenty of people. Now we do need a whole bunch more of housing. I'm actually gonna hold off on that for a second because I happen to know what's next. Okay, our tower is now up and running.
Pirates. The crown's wrath will rain down upon you soon.
She's gonna try to attack us once more, but as you can see, this is now green. So this is a coastal area that is protected because we have a tower on here. Now she's gonna attack us. She only has 1 health. If we check out the tower does a 1 damage from a cannon. That is exactly enough to defend against this particular attack. We also have a little bit of black powder in storage, so we can make more ammunition. But yeah, you do need to manage your defenses as well. So this is where the game starts to get a little bit more complicated. But don't worry, there's a lot more stuff to unlock as well. But let's see. So last time she did damage to our base. This time around she won't be able to do that because she's gonna get destroyed by our tower. Just needs to play out a little bit. She's taking damage. And there she goes. Or there she blows, I should say. Okay, so because we defeated her, we get some cohesion. So we're back up to 48. That is really nice. And that takes care of that. Okay. So,
Let's get this over with.
we got the drifters. We got a repair cost as
There
well.
was
So
no sign of Amara in the wreckage. I believe she escaped.
Damnation. Can't that woman stay dead for once?
I told you. It takes more than that to kill a captain.
yeah, she's probably gonna come back one way or another. Okay, let's pause for a second. We just unlocked a whole bunch of new buildings. I am gonna add some more crew to my ship now. I can. Just to play it safe. I think that also means I don't need to have housing for them here. I'm not entirely sure if it works that way. But most importantly, what I can do now is I can build another pirate camp, and that's going to provide 25 housing by itself. So that's why I was not spamming the housing button just yet. Okay, so what we need to do is produce our own ammunition. In order to do that, we are going to need to have a char burner, which is going to need wooden logs and raw stone as inputs. We're also going to need a guano gatherer, and that is then going to both turn into the powder mill that is going to take those 2 inputs and produce black powder. Now, to do all of that, we are going to need to build ourselves a nice little pirate camp near a guano area deposit, which is over here actually. There are a lot more deposits on this island, so yeah, we will be building on this for a little while. And depending on where you expand, you can see that there's going to be new places where you can get attacked as well. So that's something you need to take into consideration. If I build it all the way in the corner over here, I can't actually get attacked. Now, do I worry about being attacked? I don't know, but I think we only lose out on the fish. I guess it's fish right here. If I build all the way here, and I won't have to worry about being attacked. So I think this is a pretty good place. Now, we do need to connect this base up to the previous one. And we can do this by doing it like that. Okay, so this is going to allow us to build a new pirate base. And then let's see.
Back at me tavern again. Now, I had something to say before we were so rudely interrupted. Let's all come together and set a course for our future. Gather round me, mateys. We have a grand opportunity here. In this place, with this crew, we can build a haven for pirates. But first, we must agree on what that means. Not every pirate wants the same in life. What principle do we as captains represent? Some of us seek fame and notoriety. Others want the power to start an empire. Some are eager to master the seas, while others simply want to be rich.
All of the above, please.
There are many ways to pirate greatness. Whatever path we choose, 5 great trials will mark our rise. We will create our own pirate legacy and shape this island into a true pirate haven.
Okay, and this is where the game really opens up. So there's basically those 4 paths to victory that he just described. Complete all 5 principal quests in one path to claim your victory and prove yourself a true pirate, but there's nothing stopping us from progressing all of these different paths at the same time. We get quests relating to every path. We will get side quests as well, but for the moment we don't have any of those. And doing these quests will give us different rewards. So we will get, for example, pirates, we will get some cohesion, captains I mean. In order to progress, and doing those quests, there's some other things we can do as well. We have access to deeds and the compass.
Empire, seafaring, and wealth. These are the 4 winds that shape a pirate's journey. Each one pulls us towards a different fate, and each offers its own rewards. We can devote ourselves to one, chase glory in a single direction, or try to master them all. The choice is ours, but progress must be earned.
So yeah, like I said, progressing in different directions is possible, doing everything as well at the same time. In order to unlock all of these skills in the skill tree, we're gonna have to do deeds. Now we'll get to that in a second, but just to kind of show you how this works, there is all kinds of different buildings we can unlock that are associated with a specific type of thing. So for example, the Empire allows us to do some more damage and salvage docks, stuff like that. The wealth path is all about optimizing your production lanes. So there's a benefit of doing all of that as well. And in order to get skill points to unlock these abilities, we're gonna have to do deeds.
We must complete great deeds. They'll grant us progress and push us further along the 4 winds, shaping the kinds of pirates we are. Let us complete these deeds and reap their juicy rewards.
Okay, so for example, if we just expand our base and build pirate camps, we will be progressing towards the Empire thing. We will need to pillage a crown port. We will need to complete 5 events with the Captain Teach. Because we had Kanja as our captain, we already completed 2 events with him. So we already made some progress towards this. And as soon as we do any of these things, we will get a skill point. You can see, for example, if we would complete 5 events with Kanja, we will get a +1 wealth reward. And that is a point we can then spend in this skill tree over here. That's pretty much how this game is going to work. And so there's a whole bunch of different things you can do. And you're not forced into a particular direction. You can switch things up. You can kind of do everything at the same time.
Let's get to it, me hearties.
And because of the kind of completion of the tutorial phase, we get some cohesion as well. Now, it's going to take us a little while to build this pirate camp over here. I am going to complete the production changes to show you how you can automate your defenses. So what we need to do in order to do that is, let's see, where was it? I kind of lost track. Okay, we need a guano deposit in order to get that. It's automatically going to connect over here. That's great. We need a powder mill, which is going to also need that charcoal input. So I don't know. We have some stone maybe as well. Let's see. We have a stone deposit on this side. So maybe that is what we should be using. And then we also need a woodcutter. Now, all of this area up here is fertile, so that's kind of nice. And then if we build this over here, yeah. So this is going to require the logs and the raw stone from the quarry. Now the quarry itself is not connected just yet. So let's make sure we do that. Now we can make a cliff path. This is a kind of a horizontal path, which is more efficient in terms of transportation speed than the vertical ones. However, we will need to go vertical as well, because we do need to get up here. There we go. So now all of this is connected. We are getting really low on drifters. Not sure why there's not enough drifters available though. Oh, that's because there's not actually any people living here yet, because we still need to finish building the pirate thing itself. We do have plenty of materials. We have 400 planks already in storage. Why are you going down? Because you are complaining about your housing, but that housing problem should be fixed as soon as we complete that. Now, with that, I think we are about at 45 minutes in. This is nice for a first episode. Just to give you a look, guys. There is a lot of events to complete. There's a lot more map to explore as well. There's a lot more quests to do. I love every aspect of this game. I like the progression system. I like the whole feel and look of the game. I think this is probably going to be one of the best city builders to come out this year. So I hope you agree with me. I also hope you're gonna watch my playthrough. And remember, guys, you can pick up the game yourself next Friday as this comes out. So if this looks interesting to you at all, make sure you check that out. I'm not being sponsored to say this even. I'm just thinking this is an amazing game to play. I'm looking very much forward to doing that. Either way, if you're still here, you are awesome, and I definitely hope to catch you in the next one.